What's up, guys? Hey, how's it going? I don't know if you'll be able to tell the difference or not, but today I am filming on a completely different camera as to the one that I normally use. I'm going to be reading your comments and seeing what you think of the footage, if it looks better, if it sounds better, or if it's the same, or if it's worse. I don't know. Here's the thing. So I was previously filming basically exclusively on these Canon G7Xs, but they have a lifespan for me, usually like 1 or 2 months. And what happens is I either run over them with a vehicle or they get dust behind the lens. It's a really bad problem with these, where you can't really get behind the lens to clean them unless you like drill a hole in it, which I've been too scared to do. And then the footage starts looking bad, or the lens shutters get stuck. And as you can see, I've been through quite a few of these, and it got to the point where I was like, I'm kind of sick of buying the same camera over and over again and having the same issues over and over again. So I decided I would try something new. This is a Sony. In the past, I've hated Sony audio quality. Trevor told me to give a shot and try to play with it in post to see if I can add bass to my voice. I don't know if it's gonna sound okay, but I'm gonna experiment it with today. I'm going to experiment with it today and go over to the shop and just film kind of like the normal routine of the day, but see if it looks different or if it looks good. I'm gonna leave it in 60 frames per second right now. Probably don't need to. Actually, I shouldn't, because it's gonna make my camera laptop slow, but whatever. I don't know. Sad. Today is another day where we're gonna be making some bad decisions. I don't know if I'm gonna show you guys in the video or if it's gonna be a when we get back to Florida thing, but yeah. I've just been having a lot of fun with the idea of flipping cars. People reach out to me all the time trying to sell cars, and I've decided, you know, if it's a really good deal and I can get it and I can drive it around for a little bit and then flip it and sell it, rather than my typical car thing where I keep a car and get super attached to it and then put a bunch of money into it, it could be kind of fun and like gives me, I don't know. You guys know I have a problem with getting new cars because I get bored of stuff easily, so if I'm flipping cars all the time, then I can kind of like drive around for a little bit, flip it, etc. I don't know, that's the idea. Chaser's got ice cold AC, so I've been enjoying driving this thing around. All right, so the mysterious voltage issue we were having with the 32, Alberto actually figured out today. So we always keep in contact with Ricky, specifically over at Raw Brokerage, and he's always helping us out with all our RB problems, because those guys are RB geniuses when it comes to all the little weird stuff. And he mentioned to us that with the new dash, we don't have the battery light there anymore, and I guess that battery light is a voltage regulator for the circuit. So Alberto is coming up with a little fix for that, and hopefully we won't be having the issues where we're losing voltage and dropping fuel pressure and then maxing out injector duty cycle. So, by the way, we got a new car. I'll show it to you later in this video. I'm thinking about doing some splitter fab today, making myself some ABS splitters. I might play around with the gloss side. I think it'll look pretty cool. So I gotta pull these ones off and then I can start mocking them up. I really wanted to utilize the gloss side for the splitters, but it seems like just from being slid around at the place where we got it from, it's all scratched up, so I don't know if that's gonna happen. But we've got a couple sheets to choose from, so if I can make it happen, I definitely want to. Show me, you think you're gonna come back to life? What do you think? What do you think?
Oh no, I gotta see.
You wanna put that wheel on that thing and get a little buff?
Spin.
Yeah, a little spin?
You guys talk like idiots.
Alright, you guys don't hear Pat off camera, alright? Pat's the funniest guy I know. We're just trying to be like him.
Yeah. Uncle Pat.
Don't be slinging, dude. Slinging is not winning. Dude, that looks way better.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, so it looks like, I mean, there's still a little bit of haze, but I think that'll even come out. So what I want to do is cut it first, and then we'll go over it after. Right. But I think having like the gloss splitter is gonna like,
way better.
Yeah, it's gonna look way more rich. Yep. Sick. So side splitters will be easy. What I try to do is just use the factory edge just to keep them clean, and then the other ones I can do after. So the plan with the R32 is to run, as I've told you guys, this like street series up in Connecticut. And one of the rules there is that you can't have a tire bigger than a 245 and the tread wear needs to be over 200. So I switched to a different tire that works with this, but the 245s, I don't fit. So I'm gonna give a shot at rolling it. Hopefully I won't mess up the vinyl too much, but this one's already actually pretty toast. So if I can get a little bit of a roll out of it, I think we should be a-okay. So it looks like we're gonna need a pretty aggressive roll. So I got room up here, but back here is gonna be the tricky part. So I did my best to clean out underneath and I'll just keep rolling away, but I don't know. I think down the road I wanna do some sort of like custom metal flare on this car, but the nice thing is the vinyl and the paint's already kind of messed up there, so I'm kind of rolling with confidence, which helps a lot. I'm not too sure how badly this shoe's gonna persist, but up in here there are 2 spots where the tire was rubbing even with the old setup, so I went ahead and clearanced them. Kind of tricky though. So one of the areas I had to clearance is thin sheet metal that goes right through here, but it doesn't interfere with the door, so you don't really notice. But basically what I'm trying to do is fit the maximum width tire I can. I'm already almost touching this side, so I'm kind of stuck for what I can do. So haven't decided what I'm doing splitter wise yet. but I got the fenders rolled enough to fit these big old fat 245s. So check that out. Nice and tight. All right, so I've been watching the views and I've seen that you guys really enjoy the videos when I get a new car. So I've just decided every other day when the views start doing badly, I'll just go get another car. All jokes aside, here is today's bad decision. So what we have is an E36 318. Dun 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 dun. Don't worry, we're getting a bumper, it's coming. The guy that I got it from is gonna drop off the bumper and some door panels because this thing's a little rough inside. But yep, here she is. Now, this car was one of those things where I was actually talking to him about trading Caleb's old 1J car that I bought for this car, but I decided not to because I was going to keep Caleb's car. And something happened today. He was driving down the road and he lost a wheel, and he got into a jam where he didn't have money to fix it and needed to get rid of it to get cash to drive something else, and offered it to me for less than what I initially had offered to him as a cash offer, because this is a pretty cool car. And I'll just have to fix this, which I have old parts from one of PSI's parts E36s that I can fix it with. So I was able to get this car for a really good deal. I got this car for a little over $5,000, which sounds like a lot for an E36, but there is one very cool thing about it that kind of has me excited. Check it out. So we'll get in here. Got the key, just turn the key to start it. Sounds pretty cool for an E36, right? So these 318s come with a 4-cylinder, right? But this one has a 6-cylinder in it. Can you guess what 6-cylinder it has? It's got a 1J! So this car is a really, really good deal. It's a little rough. It's gonna need a little bit of work, but an E36 is one car that I've always admired, and especially now that a lot of companies are starting to make really cool body kits for them. It's kind of a platform that I wanted to learn more about. Alberto knows a lot about them, and this car popping up for such a phenomenal deal, I figured it would be a good opportunity for me to learn more about the E36 chassis, as well as have a fun car to play around with. But moreover, it was such a good deal. If I decide to fix it up and then get rid of it, I won't really be out any money, and I'll probably even be able to make a little bit. So we'll pop the hood. Nothing too crazy. It's a stock VVTi 1J. Swap looks like it's done decently. It's got a wiring specialties harness, so that's always nice. Kind of just plug and play, don't have to worry about any sort of weird wiring issues. But the one thing that I know will have to be addressed if I do take this car to the track, because this car hasn't really seen much track time, that one little fan with no shroud is not gonna cut it. So we'll probably have to cut up that top radiator support so I can move the radiator farther forward and get this thing cool. So anyway, this thing is probably gonna sit here for a little bit while I go to Florida. I kind of want to try to fix it tonight. Also, I decided I don't want to keep the 370 because now I got this thing, which is way more exciting to me than another Z. So the Z is for sale. Right now I'm asking 75 for it, but I will accept offers. I've had a few people offer 7, so I might end up taking that for it. But if you're curious, the Z, 150,000 miles, rebuilt title, runs, drives good. It's a 09. Just a little bit of cosmetic damage. Mechanically, it's fine other than needing a different front wheel. But going back to the E36, I'm pretty excited about this thing. Hopefully, my goal is to get this thing back together today. It should be pretty simple to just bolt this stuff back up and then give her some test trips. But she sounds healthy, and I'm excited to kind of, I don't know, I might even like throw a body kit on this thing and paint it. I don't know what color, but I don't know. It's one of those things where like, it's dumb and like there's no need for another car. But it was a good deal, and I figured it'd be fun for content and stuff, and whatever. It was pretty cheap, so I'm gonna sell that 370, and then I'll take some time and have some fun with this. Alberta's all excited that we get to be E36 brothers. Hey, dude, you know how you're the purple wildberry Skittles? Can I paint mine lime green, and then I could be the sour Skittles? Oh wait, but then I'd look like Drift HQ. I don't want to cop their steez. Red? Red? Ah, dude, but there's so many red E36s. I'd like a dark red, like a burgundy Skittle, like dark strawberry. The blue Skittles? I mean, blue ain't bad. There's blue Skittles. What are they, like tropical? They're kind of cool. Reese's Pieces. I could be Reese's Pieces. You could be Wildberry Skittles. I'll be orange. That'd be tight. A nice like lava orange. I feel like I already have a lava orange car. But anyway, yeah, pretty exciting. We are tidying up a couple things on the 32 to go test it again. We found out actually that the clutch issue, in addition to the master being wrong, we're actually overextending the clutch a little bit and the splines were pushing in and it wasn't letting me shift. So just a little bit of pedal adjustment, that should be good. I don't know if the voltage issue is completely fixed, but we're gonna look into that a little bit more later. But me and Alberto are gonna go get some sus high, and then I'm gonna come back and probably just tinker around with E36 and hopefully get that thing on the ground because I wanna see how she feels. But anyway. So one of the hypotheses regarding the issue with fuel pressure was to check the fuel filter to see if it was clogged. And sure enough, it's definitely got some gunk on there. I don't know if it's enough to cause the issues that we're seeing, but we're gonna clean this out and then we're gonna test the fuel pressure on each pump to see if maybe we have a pump issue going on. Not too sure, but I mean, we're fixing stuff, that's for sure.
It's definitely very, very dirty, so we have to clean that.
Yeah. Usually late at night things go wrong and you start to work less and less efficiently, but me and Alberto have solved the two biggest issues with this car in the past like 30 minutes. The clutch issue where I told you guys we were overextending the clutch, and then here Alberto realized that one pump wasn't actually working. So we were only getting one fuel pump because this fuel system should support like well over 700 horsepower, so it made no sense why we were having issues, especially with two 350 in-tank pumps. So Alberto was poking around. I was starting the car and you realized only one pump was working. So we were playing with the relays, like using the power probe, trying to figure out what was going on. And I noticed that one of the little like, what would it be called? The connectors inside the relay, Alberto?
Yeah, the terminal was actually backing out, so I wasn't making good contact with that relay, so only one relay was making contact at all times. So I'll poke it and I'll be like, it works. I'll poke it again, only the in-tank pump was like, what the? Then Adam actually started messing with the relay and actually pulled the wire. I was like, okay, yeah, that did it. So I pulled a little pin that hooks to the relay housing and put it back in, and now everything works. So I'm just putting it back together. So I'm glad that's one thing that's out of the way.
And that was the biggest concern because I was worried we were gonna need to get bigger injectors or.
I thought we were out of pump.
Yeah.
I thought it's like maybe one pump died, but it wasn't. They're holding up. It's just the connection.
So anyway, while you're looking at this right here, this is probably the ugliest part of this car. What I'm thinking I want to do to this, tell me what you guys think. I don't want to pull out the sound deadening because I like how quiet this car is. I think that what I want to do is kind of like take everything out and then bring it to the same place that did the undercoating on my Evo and just get like this trunk basically bed linered. I think it just, yeah, I think it looked a lot cleaner than this because this is just kind of embarrassing whenever I pop the trunk. We've got a lot of really nice stuff in here, but it just looks like junk. So. Anyway, that's my idea. Yeah, fun fact, I wanted to leave all the sound deadening in my S13 and Alberto was doing the cage on it, and then I show up one day and he's taking all the sound deadening out.
And it looks so good, doesn't it?
Okay, it
looks good.
Okay, the trunk looks good, yeah.
It could look good or it could look like this.
Yeah.
Which one do you rather have?
But I think the plan was we were gonna take the sound deadening out of the trunk, but we were gonna leave it in the front. And you started taking it out of the front. What?
We're taking out the sound deadening around where I'm gonna weld the plates for the roll cage. And it would kind of look weird to like have this like little square cut out versus just might as well take the whole thing out.
Carpet.
Still, I know it's there. You know when you know it's there, so
yeah.
You put it anyways, you're not gonna see it. That doesn't mean you're just gonna like not do it right.
Fun fact, when I go broke and my S13 winds up for sale, if you get my S13 and you decide you want to gut it, underneath the carpet, if you guys haven't seen the videos from forever ago, the entire like inside is painted. So if you pull the carpet out, it's actually all painted the same color as the interior on this. So fun fact. But anyway, back to this thing. Oh, why is that a strange fun fact? What?
Get rid of that car.
You never know what's gonna happen, brother. I gotta buy a minivan for the kids, dude.
We're supposed to reveal that yet.
The children. The question is, who's the parent?
I'm not saying anything. I'm not gonna say. You're not gonna blame me for that one.
Yup. Alberto knows. He knows who the parent is.
I know nothing.
As much as I wanted to mess with the new whip, I do think it's a little bit late and I gotta start packing because we're gonna be heading out pretty soon. So I think I'm gonna save this thing for tomorrow. It's gonna be hot and annoying to do in the sun, but I really don't feel like working in the dark right now. So I'll save this till tomorrow and we'll get this thing and do some burnouts or something in her. But for now, I'm gonna lock her up and save her for tomorrow. I'm excited for this thing though. Comment below if you guys are stoked on this. I'm pretty stoked. He forgot his license plate. I can drive around with that. Sick. Oh, your boy's up to no good. He says, go film yourself walking in.
Alright, so I heard you, I mean, you were like, kind of like upset about the way that your trunk looked.
Uh-huh.
So while you were gone for like a minute,
Yeah.
I kind of like renewed your whole trunk and made it better.
Uh-oh.
I'm probably gonna make this guy a little faster.
Uh-oh.
Wanna see?
What did he do?
Open it up.
What did he put in here? Is there a girlfriend in there for me? Is that what you did?
I mean, she can be if you wanted to.
I know they say that racers don't need girlfriends, but that would definitely make me a faster driver.
It'll definitely make you a faster driver.
Dude,
Sure.
I might want to save this for tomorrow, guys. You guys might have to wait till tomorrow to see what's in this trunk. Should I? Oh, ad break. No, just kidding. Oh boy.
So now your boy got carpet now, and you got NOS too?
Dude, this thing would blow up so fast. It already makes like 550 foot-pounds of torque.
I was looking for the other bottle, but I could only find one. I wanted to put two real cool, but like...
See, if we were TJ Hunt, this would be the thumbnail of our video, and it'd be like, should I do it?
Yeah, wow.
And then we'd take it to a car show, and then we'd do like a first gear pull.
I would put bags in it.
Yeah. We love you, TJ. We're just playing with you. TJ wouldn't put NOS on his cars.
I remember
He's too rich for that.
Put in TJ's car on that. It was like parked. It's like, wait, hold on. I got... Oh, it makes it so much easier to put it on the lift that way. You can actually air it up instead of jack up the car every single time.
Also, just gotta say, TJ's car was here. What was broken on TJ's car when it was here?
Oil cooler.
Because of the bags.
True, yes. Yeah. It was because of the bags.
The bags, just, dude, I don't know. Some dudes are in a bag, some dudes aren't in a bags. I don't know. I'm the type of dude that's not looking for bags. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just the type of dude that likes not bags.
So
10 minutes later, Adam has a bag car. What?
You don't want a bag of zip ties?
Oh, that's the type of bags you were talking about.
They come in bags.
Dude, our humor is so good together. I'm just saying, like, we're a great team. Like, we're both so unfunny that I feel like we have some comical moments.
Got a bag of zip ties in your car.
Dude.
So now it's like, you got NOS and you got bagged. What about it?
All right.
I know people are gonna probably be like, look how Burlo, he's not funny at all, but it's pretty funny.
Yeah, but you can get away with not being funny because your voice is so cool.
Oh, here we go.
I also dropped my brand new camera and the screen's a little messed up now. Way to go, me.
So you should have put a screen protector on it.
Yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda, brother.
Should know better.
I really like playing with this new camera. I'm excited to see how bad the footage looks. Oh, dude, no, look at it. Here, hold it. It's pretty quick for autofocusing. You know, with my old camera, you'd have to like touch stuff. Like, look.
You ever seen like Adam's mustache up close? Yeah, she touched the lens. What the hell?
Sorry, guys. A little too close to personal.
You get too excited.
That's for my premium Snapchat.
Also, that's for the Patreon. Patreon viewers only get to see the up close, like the fine hair, like all the quality. You should do like a really high quality picture of your mustache, like make a poster out of it.
The Patreons have access to my private SoundCloud. I've been doing a freestyle a day, you know.
Really?
Uh-huh. Comment below if you're a Patreon of me. Wait, actually, I should be careful saying that because then someone's gonna go and create like a fake Patreon account because I don't have one. What are you doing? I thought you were gonna do that.
But I didn't even do it hard enough.
It's okay. We're okay with that. It's all right. Would it be okay to put a leased Jeep on nitrous?
No, it would not be okay. I mean, unless I can just revert everything and remove all traces of nitrous, but...
I mean, I don't think they're going to be poking around expecting...
Dude, my Jeep is so fast, it doesn't even need nitrous. It's already turbo, come on.
I think if you brought a Jeep to the dealership, like when you brought it back in at the end of your lease term, I don't think they would be looking for nitrous. I think they would be looking for off-roading stuff.
You know what's the funniest thing?
What?
I have a muffler delete. Remember where I deleted the muffler?
Yeah.
I took it to get service, and the tech didn't even notice. I told him, hey, you like how it sounds? Like, I mean, it sounds normal. It's like...
That's how quiet it is.
But even spits, like, it pops and everything. It's like a SRT4 kind of. You know, whole SRT4, like,
You'll never be on that level. Don't you dare compare.
I do not want to be on that level.
Damn. Poor Navo. Yeah. All right.
We love you.
This is the list for tomorrow for some of the stuff that we gotta get done on the R32, and hopefully get that. Yeah, it's just an easy list. Funny guy. So. We're going to get that E36 up and running tomorrow. Maybe go over a little bit more like plan-wise for that car. Hopefully get the 370Z sold. I think there's a couple people that wanted to come look at it. And yeah, oh, I might make some splitters tonight. But I'm gonna close out the video here. I don't really feel like filming anymore because I need to start packing and stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you've been enjoying the videos. Let me know what you think of the new camera. I probably played with colors and sound a lot to make it up to my standards, so I might be masking some of the camera's deficiencies, so I don't know, whatever. But thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow.